I'm Ian, and this is Chuck, and we are with Orbotics. And today we're showing off Sphero, which is a robotic gaming system controlled from your smartphone or tablet over Bluetooth. So you can download different apps for it, you can play games, you can mess with your cat. We came up with the idea, my co founder Adam and I. Um, the original idea was wanting to control physical things with your smartphone, and this was 2.5 years ago, and nobody was really doing that. You have this awesome computer in your hand, but why can't you? You can check your email, play games, but why can't you control physical things? So that was the original idea, and both Adam and I are passionate about robotics, and we had this idea, and we're sort of merged the two. We like gaming, so it literally like 3 in the morning one night we were sitting in a conference room just like this one, just trying to think of what is that killer device that we could create. And I was like, we just need something simple, something I just pull out of my pocket, throw it on the table, and it does something cool. And Adam was like, well, what about a marble? I was like, well, what about a robotic ball? And we just started talking to people about that idea, and everybody seemed to be really interested in it and think it'd be a lot of fun. So we built it.
So there's over 15 apps available for Sphero right now. There should be over 20 available for the holidays 2012. We released our first multiplayer apps. So one is a game of tag that you can play if you have multiple Spheros. We also released one called Color Grab, which is a tabletop kind of party game. And that one you can do with just one ball if you have multiple people. Kind of trying to reinvent the idea of the board game for the smartphone generation. Another one we have is golf, where you can swing your phone and Sphero will go as if you had actually hit it with a club. So that one's fun for making a course at home or playing office golf or whatever you decide to create. We also have apps that use Sphero as a controller, so you actually hold Sphero in your hand and tilt it for on-screen gameplay. So we released a space fighter game called Exile that's our own, and there's also some third-party apps that are already out there that have incorporated the use of Sphero as a controller for their games. There should be a few more of those available for the holidays this season, and then even more next year. And we also did a huge update to our flagship app, the main Sphero app. So that's updated. We combined Sphero Drive, Sphero, and Sphero Cam into one app, and just really updated a lot of the functionality. You can also track what apps you have and what apps are available within this app. You can also see Sphero News, and you can also track how many meters you've driven your ball.
From the beginning, we really wanted Sphero to be a platform, essentially a gaming system. So yeah, at the early state, all we had was driving Sphero, which is fun for a little bit, but what really makes Sphero cool is all the different apps and the different things you can do with it. So um, there are some practical applications, like we've talked to people about doing like physical therapy. So a doctor, for somebody that just had like shoulder surgery, could use Sphero and do the motion that they're supposed to do and the number of repetitions, and we can track that using the 3D sensor inside Sphero and then report that back to the doctor. So that could be more of a practical application for Sphero. But then, of course, internally, we're mostly focused on gaming and fun. So yeah, we have a bunch of augmented reality apps that we're coming out with. So when you look through your device's camera at Sphero, it tracks it and it overlays different 3D objects on top of Sphero. So when you look through your iPad, for instance, you'll see like a dragon or a beaver like on top of Sphero, and it's interacting with its environment. And when you crash into something, you see like stars around your beaver's head, and he gets all mad at you. So that's sort of the stuff that we're working on. We want lots of different things you can do with Sphero.
We've also been doing hack tours around the country, getting developers to develop apps for Sphero, and there's actually been some educational type apps that have come out of it too. So a couple weeks ago, some developers created an app called it's like, I can't remember the exact name, but it was like Sphero Tug of War basically. So the ball was in between the middle of two people, and they took turns answering questions. And if they got it right, the ball would move towards them, and if they got it wrong, it would move the other way. So there's definitely some educational aspects too that make learning fun for people, or kids, I should say.
So the giant Sphero, like obviously we are experts at making robot balls, so the natural thing is we are working on a 150 to 200 pound, 3 foot diameter, like wrecking ball, controlled from your smartphone. And yeah, you'll see video on our website. So stay tuned to our blog for that in the next few months.